ZOA is the oldest established Zionist organization in America, and we are one of the original organizations, over 100 years of participation in the World Zionist Congress. There's a woman in the back who set up everything, Nancy Hollander. You have a gentleman in a beige jacket. Please stand up, Ruben Margolis. And you have a tall guy, and name is Alan Jay, who's the executive director. They will gladly answer any of your questions. But the best way I can talk about ZOA is my own experiences for the past decade. What ZOA means to me. ZOA is the only organization that I know of that actually does legislation, doesn't do the talk and doesn't sit on social media, but works with both parties as a 501c3 to fight and advocate for Israel, Zionism, and American Jews with our issues of fighting BDS, of fighting anti-Semitism, of making sure there's security for us. And we have a full staff of attorneys that do this. Morton Klein, our national president, is my mentor. I met him when we were fighting against the original Iran nuclear deal, and people called me and more kooks for doing this. We turned out to be right because we know what has happened in the past decade. And when people have a problem, they call the ZOA offices because we accomplish. We don't talk. We are activists. And I'm very proud to be a part of this organization. Tonight is the first, I hope, of many of brand new cultural events we are bringing here. Because to me, ZOA is not just a vote, it's a lifestyle. And on Wednesday night, if you guys follow me on Instagram or follow any of my writings, you know I do a lot of cooking and a lot of baking, and I am doing the Zionist challah bake. We all had a great challah bake with the keys last week, but I bet you never did a Zionist challah bake supporting American and Israeli kosher products. And just to show you a little bit, I will show you, I guess, afterwards. I have a blue and white challah that's going to be very interesting. That's with natural dyes and kosher. And I'm going to share it all with you with that. But it's the first of many events. We're all walking May 18th at the Salute to Israel Day Parade. But more important than anything else, we're here tonight, first of all, to enjoy a wonderful performance. And in the performance, learn more about anti-Semitism and how make us go home and think about what we have to do. Not just talk about it, but get active. And that's where ZOA is so strong. And the other thing we hear, of course, is to please vote for the ZOA Coalition Slate 15. We have 35 partners with various organizations, very public figures like Sid Rosenberg, like Siggy Flicker, like Brooke Goldstein. We have major influences. We have what's unique about the ZOA Coalition. We represent people from all backgrounds. We represent people from all religious affiliations, which is something unique. If you've been following the news, you know there's a big fight over the religious versus the non-religious. People who come on the ZOA Coalition are all welcome, whether or not you're Reformed or ultra-Orthodox. The other thing about our coalition, we have 266 candidates who are from all over the country, in their early 20s, in colleges, and then we have the great-grandparents. That's what's beautiful about our coalition. Everyone is welcome. People, this place here, this wonderful building, this wonderful room we're in now, this is your home too, and I hope you look to it as a place of safety, enjoyment, education, and activism. And I will help you, Alan J., Nancy, Ruben, anybody, you have any questions? Everybody knows where to reach me because people find me 24/7. And this office is open and has office hours. You could come up, talk to anybody, and someone is here because you are never alone if you are a part of ZOA. And with that, I want to call up Gary.
Want me to come up?
I would love for you to come up.
All right, physically.
I want to tell people about tonight. Today happens to be my birthday. My And everybody asks me how I want to celebrate. Do I want to go out? I see a friend of mine just walked in who I went on the very first HR Torah program on in 1985 together. So that's how we go back. And I could spend it with my family and my friends. And I said, no, I can't think of a better birthday present than entertainment and education about fighting anti-Semitism. So you all are giving me the greatest gift by participating here tonight. And I hope that next year when my birthday comes, we have international peace. We have a winning part of the World Zionist Congress and a big part of what is to say in the Knesset. And that we don't have to worry about walking in the streets in America in 2025 and 2030, well, 5 years will be again, and worrying about wearing a kippah, wearing a Jewish star, and being a proud Jew. I am a proud Jew, I am a proud Zionist, and I am the Jewess patriot. And with that, I'm going to hand this evening over to Gary, and thank you again for making my birthday so memorable and special and meaningful. And thank you to everybody in COA for allowing us to happen.
Well, I want to just say thank everyone for coming. I want to thank the ZOA for hosting this. Is this the first time we've ever hosted a reading of a play?
As far as I know.
Yeah.
Sure is.
In 130 years, that's pretty good. So you better be good. No pressure. No pressure at all. Yeah, they're very good.
And there couldn't be a better play to do.
Well, thank you. It's about modern anti-Semitism. It's about political bullying. I'm going to let you see it, and I just would very much like the cast to introduce themselves and the director. Now I'm turning it over to the wonderful director, Michelle Cavalino.
Hi, everybody. Thank you all for being here. And as you've heard from Gary, myself, Michelle, the director, my wonderful actors, we thank you all. And we know you're going to enjoy the show. They'll stand up and introduce themselves, starting from my left and their part.
Hello, everyone. My name is Courtney Everett, and I'm playing Reggie Griswold.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Monique Berkeley, and I'm playing Vanessa Bigford.
Hi, Jackie Kusher playing Adam Seitz.
Hello, I'm Jason Thapora, and I'm playing Esty Seitz.
Good evening, I'm Deborah Trinelli, and I'm playing Phyllis Tyler.
Hello, I'm Stephanie Zamora, and I'm playing Nadia Ruiz.
Our direction.
And I'm Lisa Dennett, and I'll be reading the stage directions for you.
Ready?
Dancing.
We'll shut the,
Screen down.
yes, the screen.
Yeah. Are we waiting?
And screen, Jackie.
I'm trying.
That's working on it, guys.
Thank you.
Dancing on Glass, a play by Gary Morgenstein. Act 1, Scene 1. The Seitz living room, Brooklyn, late afternoon. It's a room which hasn't had new furniture in a long time. Adam Seitz, a 60-ish white male teacher who can't get out of the way of his own principles, enters on fumes of agitation.
Esty,
Flinging his briefcase, kicking off shoes.
Esty, where are you?
Esty Seitz, Adam's pushing 30 daughter, way too world-weary for her age, enters from her unseen bedroom. Making disapproving noises, Etsy picks up Adam's things as always.
Did you get my messages?
I didn't check.
I called 3 times.
How would I know if I didn't check?
then what's the point of having a cell phone?
How else would you reach me?
Esty listens to the message on her cell, then resumes tidying up.
So,
Now I heard you got fired again.
don't,
Why did you get fired this time, Daddy?
because I raised my voice against narrow-minded, bigoted idiocy.
Again?
Yes, again. I won't let my students be brainwashed by self-serving political agendas.
Why not? They're brainwashed every day by social media, the news, each other.
But not in my classroom. That is the sanctuary of truth.
Were any other prophets fired?
No, just me.
As Esty turns to leave,
Where the hell are you going?
I have a 3 o'clock Zoom.
Damn it, Esther. I'm upset.
Sorry. What really happened, Daddy?
As opposed to my usual delusional perceptions,
Yes.
the school board's changing of Israel.
That's a pretty big move for a dinky private school in Brooklyn.
Oh, because they're.
And you said,
Oh, but there is good news.
thank you, Grandma Gussie.
I can request a hearing.
But confess your petite bourgeois sins, Father, forgive me. I know not what I think, which you've always rejected.
Not this time, Esty.
Why? You don't have to kiss their rings, just make a deal.
Oh, right. My humiliation's behind door number 2, Monty.
Yes, get the severance. You're 65. You won't find another teaching job with your record anyway. I'll take the money, Monty.
Sayonara to the rat race.
No, sayonara to the rats.
Now just put me out to pasture. Have you got the nursing home picked out?
Of course.
Well, I hope you haven't put down a deposit because it's too late.
What have you done, Adam?
I've got calls into Brucey and Lou.
Who you haven't spoken to since Jerry Garcia died.
Oh, now I'm friendless and unemployable.
Pretty much. How will you pay for these high-priced lawyers?
They won't charge me.
Because of all those shrooms at dead concerts.
Some things still matter. I'm marching into battle whether you approve or not, Esty.
There's a smart lawyer I follow on Instagram.
You hate attorneys.
I follow God's successes and failures.
Well, because of your sacred mission to end social media as we know it.
Da-da-da-dum.
All colors and creeds.
Yes.
Religion.
From druids to Buddhists.
Political persuasion.
No matter how much I gag.
Binary. Non-binary.
God, how old are you?
Any felons?
2?
Really?
Really?
Any Slovakians?
Why Slovakia?
Why not?
3.
I guess it can't hurt to have a backup plan. I appreciate your help, Esty.
Don't. You're making a mistake. B-I-G.
You wouldn't risk your reputation introducing to this lawyer if my case was hopeless.
Lark.
Because they usually are, if we only had the guts to admit it. I'm just trying to thank you, Esty.
Then pick up your clothes. I had to chase your socks the other day.
Scene 2, Vanessa Bickford's office, a few days later, afternoon. Vanessa Bickford, a bright 40-ish African-American female attorney who has come up just short in life, shakes Adam's hand in her well-furnished law office.
Vanessa Bigford,
Adam Seitz, but you know that.
only from reputation.
You've already heard of my case?
That was a joke. My husband says my humor can be a little sandy.
Are you familiar with Myron Cohen? Great dry wit. I taught a course on comedians of the 50s and 60s. I even did some stand-up. There are tons of clips on YouTube.
Of you?
No, I wasn't that good. I'm sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Can I get you anything?
Thanks, but I had a Xanax before I came.
Vanessa and Adam sit by her desk.
Now, why don't you start by telling me how I can help you? Your daughter Esty would say much.
And that still got me in the door?
Well, I respect what Esty does at ANC.
Oh, well, technically it's ANCASH, Anti-Narcissism Coalition Against Shame and Hatred.
That's a mouthful.
Which is why she calls it ANCAP. And I'm going on about my daughter's acronyms at $250 an hour.
Actually, 400.
Whoa, then I better talk fast. I'm a social studies teacher, and for the last 3 years, I've taught a class on Israeli-Palestinian issues at the Tyler Academy in Park Slope. That's a school for gifted, quirky kids.
Yes, I know Tyler. My son went there.
Is that a conflict?
Please.
Okay, we begin in 1948 when Israel and Palestine became independent nations. But the board changed the curriculum to focus on one thing, Palestine. As if the 1947 UN partition never happened. As if Israel never existed.
The one state concept we discussed.
They already do. I discuss everything in my class respectfully, which isn't easy for 10th graders.
And what's the problem?
They want more balance in this big group.
Again, what's the problem?
Balance is code.
Or
Being less Israeli focused.
did they say that?
No, because it's a code.
Do people know what it means?
If you know the code,
Which you do.
otherwise, how can I tell you what it means? The primarily Democratic Socialist Board supports BDS. That's
I'm familiar with the boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement against Israel.
and they don't want a Jew teaching this class.
Because you can be objective.
So they say.
Is there any validity to that?
Excuse me, that's like asking if I have dual loyalty to both America and Israel.
I'm just trying to understand, Mr. Sykes. Who were you informed of this?
4 days ago by Phyllis Tyler, the head of the school.
What did Ms. Tyler say?
They want more in the curriculum about Jewish lobbyists, Israeli apartheid, genocide, the usual.
That's when you were funny.
They said I wasn't balanced.
Didn't Ms. Tyler say you weren't balanced or your teaching wasn't balanced?
That I wasn't balanced.
Are you
Yes,
It's an important distinction.
I'm positive.
Did you ask what balance?
I didn't have to.
The code.
I
Did she mention you being Jewish?
no.
Are you a Zionist?
Despite everything, I still support both a Jewish Israel and an Arab Palestine. And no, Phyllis didn't mention that either.
Has anyone on the board ever mentioned your Judaism
In what way? Wishing me Lashana Tova?
regarding your teaching?
They're too smart. You know when someone doesn't think you're the right kind.
What kind of what?
That fits into the politics of Tyler Academy.
This gives Vanessa pause.
Explosive, right?
It's very interesting. But I'm not an education warrior, Mr. Sykes. School hearings are tricky. I can suggest
No. Esty recommended you. She's never done anything like that.
Mr. Sykes, you must understand.
Please, every time I left the position, I declined the hearing.
How many times has that been?
A few, 4, 5 if you count mutual agreement. Well, somewhat mutual.
What's changed now?
I'm 65, and as the song goes, the days are growing short.
I need information on your previous jobs,
Absolutely.
all private school emails, letters, performance evaluations, no matter how
The
small.
caravan will stretch for miles.
Email's fine. I'm busy, Mr. Sykes.
Which means you must be a good lawyer.
Or just busy.
More dry wit.
I'm no Myron Cohen, but yes, I am a good lawyer.
So you'll take the case.
Let me review the materials.
Thank you, Ms. Bigford. I look forward to working with you.
Now you gotta leave before you fall into a second hour.
Adam exits. Vanessa makes notes, continues into scene 3. Vanessa's office, a few minutes later. Vanessa's husband, Dr. Reggie Bigford, a 40-ish African-American orthodontist who has never met anyone smarter, bursts in with a dramatic quote.
Your line is genius.
Tell me.
All across Brooklyn, there's astonishment.
The definition of genius.
I wanted to be settled.
In case it wasn't genius.
In these times, one never knows. I casually dropped it on Mr. Kim, the dry cleaner. He started writing out a check, and Marilyn glowed all over.
Those Madeline that you're from.
I tried it on a I could hear the chant. By the time I left, I was so talking about the Reggie, the brilliant dentist, but
Politician.
she, well, like me, they see the higher goal. You see, my campaign will be all about optimism. The painless politician, Dr. Reggie Brickman, straighten teeth. Now he will straighten out America. Joe Curley from the state committee nearly fell over when Phyllis pitched me. You know how white folks love to tout black success as their response. But how many Democratic socialists and Adonis run for Congress?
Tomorrow and today.
Oh, that's good, honey. Now, Curly's down for one day. Guess who he's taking out to dinner?
I need anti-goosebump cream.
If I win over Curly, the nomination's mine. Mine. Oh, mine. I had thought, maybe I'm wrong.
Not the homeless politician.
Come tonight. It never hurts to roll out the partner. Who knows what dazzling gems you'll drop between the courses?
I've got the support group.
You can miss a week.
You need more with dazzling gems? Well, you don't think the group is important.
Take a break from also notes. Phyllis thinks you don't like her.
I don't,
You've got to move past what happened, Andrew.
like you did.
That's right. I don't need a shrink and a pity party.
Sorry, I still do.
Vanessa gets a little emotional.
Listen, I have a better idea. Why don't you help me pick out a new tie and I'll splurge on a
I'm on a diet.
what for?
Because my butt sticks out.
Butt porches.
Reggie tries cuddling, but Vanessa doesn't.
Now go, have work, go.
Anything interesting? That will change once I'm in Congress. You'll network and really build the practice.
My practice is fine, Reggie. I love my cases and my colleagues.
And I thought I would spend my life wiring kids' mouths too. My, come on.
Go.
The lethal lawyer strengths.
That's right. Where?
Okay. How about, just for now, we hold on for the painless competition?
Because you've already told everyone that was your idea.
You know how it is. That's why I love
You must have other reasons.
you. Stay up tonight and you'll find out.
Reggie exits. Vanessa into the intercom.
Angie, get me a latte downstairs. And a chocolate eclair.
Scene 4. Site's living room a few days later, early evening. In a suit and tie, Adam fusses with a tray on the coffee table. Esty enters in sloppy clothes.
Think that's enough?
So much for the grocery budget.
A ping from the kitchen.
Swedish meatballs.
God, how old are you?
It's the least I could do if she's nice enough to come here. Will you get dressed?
I am.
Esty, this is a business meeting.
And these are my work clothes.
Doorbell rings. Adam lets in Vanessa.
Hi, Vanessa. Welcome to Chateau Sites. This is my
Daughter Esty.
who is just getting dressed.
Daddy, I would so love a Swedish meatball.
I haven't had that in forever.
Sit. Be comfortable. Esty, fix Vanessa something to drink.
Adam exits. Esty crosses to Vanessa.
What the hell are you doing here?
Excuse me?
It's a simple question.
I met with Adam.
Once.
Now there's a fight.
No, my email was pretty clear.
Yes, it was. Public humiliation, financial ruin, early dementia.
Which you ignored.
Yes, I did.
Why?
Watch that tone, dear.
Oh, or you'll leave? You were supposed to discourage him.
I'm here to discuss the case with your father and the student.
Discuss what? A school has a right to define its curriculum. Are you a lawyer? Since I keep tabs on a filthy world, I'm a mini expert in a lot of areas.
Well, I am a lawyer, a damn good lawyer, as you know.
I'll take your word.
Why did you have to take my word? Did you check out my background before contacting me?
No,
What? You didn't take a look at my education?
I'm sure they're top flight schools.
Damn straight, like Columbia Law.
Wowie,
That's right. What about my histories? Your reviews on goodlawyers.com, 98% positive.
I could care less. All you had to do was explain that Daddy can't win. I knew Adam would listen to a lawyer like him.
Because I'm black.
Sure.
You're so This is from the CEO of ANCASH, the great defender of talk.
So what?
It says racist to hire me because I'm black, and it is not to hire me because I'm black.
No, because I never intended on hiring you.
Disgusting beyond words.
Of all the insults you've had, this wins.
Since I'm an African American, there must be dozens of candidates for the most offensive racist moment.
Oh yeah, this is America.
Actually, dear, I grew up in an upper class neighborhood in Scarsdale. My father was a principal, and my mother was an architect. My dentist husband and I live in Brooklyn. I see that David all the time. So don't cram me into your some little ghetto girl cliche that fits your narrow white perspective.
Perfect. When you dump my father, show that social justice fervor. He'll settle in a second.
Or maybe I could show him your original email.
Holding the tray, Adam enters amid the silent glares.
Hot from the freezer of IKEA.
Muttering like Popeye, SD exits in
Children, I'm sure you understand. How old is your son?
Andrew would have been 16.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
Illness? Accident?
awkward moment.
It is what it is. Your hearings in 10 days.
Is that good?
They couldn't deny our request.
I mean that it's happening so quickly.
I wouldn't read too much into that. They like to settle as soon as possible.
But we don't.
Why not?
Daddy wants shock and awe.
I strongly advise against that. As a teacher, you obviously talk a lot. I'm sure there's been moments where you wish you'd been more cautious.
Especially in a world where everything's twisted.
Yes. We don't want any students to
What if they say nice things?
worry about the dozen of grades. It's just a one. We have to keep our argument clear.
An anti-Semitism.
Adam, most of the board are Jews, including Phyllis Tyler.
Exactly. That's the whole point. Vanessa, I was very clear when we met.
And I was very clear about reviewing the materials before drawing up a legal strategy. You've been fired 5 times.
The fifth was almost mutual.
Your talent performance reviews are uneven, argumentative, insubordinate, rarely collegial. And then from the board, other teachers.
If I was that bad, then why didn't they fire me? Because my kids love me. I'm a good teacher.
There's no proof in any of the materials that you were seeking out for your religious or political beliefs.
It's prima facie evidence, Vanessa.
Another lawyer in the house. Adam, my job is to win cases for my clients.
There are different definitions of winning.
Like a moral statement.
Well, what's wrong with that?
I don't doubt there's some prejudice. They're not nice people.
Like I don't know.
No, you don't. You really don't. Let me ageism, leverage damages, and get your contract paid. But you can't win on terms. Settle, Adam.
Listen to your daddy.
I've listened for too long, honey, to everyone except myself. Vanessa, I appreciate your time.
Great job, lady. Isn't that what you wanted?
Esther, you know what? I'll represent myself.
No, you're not.
You can't stop me.
I'm not trying to stop you, damn it. Fine. I'll take the case.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Because I need someone who truly believes, Vanessa.
I do believe. Just can't prove it.
Isn't that kind of important? And our goal is a public apology.
Yes,
You're sure?
yes.
You're really desperate for money.
Pro bono.
No, we'll pay.
How about a discount?
Of course, given the extraordinary nature of the case.
Now you're cooking with gas. When Esty showed me your background, I knew you were perfect.
Oh, Vanessa, look, Esty curtsies. Okay, perfect.
Baby dishes, anyone?
Scene 5, Phyllis Tyler's office. Reggie sits with Phyllis Tyler, smug and condescending, middle-aged white female, like a Tyler Academy. He's furious.
Me, the granddaughter of Rabbi Abraham Teitelbaum, accused of anti-Semitism. He wants a public apology, reinstatement, independent curriculum advisory board, field trip to the Holocaust Museum, of course.
Come on, Phyllis. Sykes won't get
And he
anywhere.
wants a raise. A raise! I would slice and dice his right-wing ass. Of course, as we know, none of it
What happened without Vanessa? Yes, I know.
good. So what are you going to do about your wife, Reggie?
You know Vanessa.
That's not an answer.
Vanessa is a terrific lawyer.
Oh, absolutely. This is you written
And once she gets her teeth into something,
like wanting to sue me over Andrew's death.
oh, yes, she did. And I finally talked her out of it.
These are way different situations, Reggie.
You said this Sykes had no case.
None. Fucking zero. But I hired that pious peasant when no one else would. And this is how he thanks me. But why am I surprised? Standard fare equating criticism of Israel with anti-Semitism. What, you can question America but not Zionism? First Amendment, anyone? No. It's time for Jews to stop guilting the world, time to step aside from legitimately oppressed people with real grievances, like you. And it's you that I'm worried about, Rich.
Why? Have you heard from Joe Curley?
No? You're waiting.
So, our dinner together went great.
Well, that was before.
How? What do you know? You told them?
I merely mentioned that you're juggling some personal issues.
Why the hell would you have to say anything, Phyllis?
Because my credibility's on the line, Reggie, along with a lot of other people who believe in the painless politician.
You think Curley is considering the candidate?
So politicians don't like surprises, especially when it's the candidate's wife.
I said I'll handle Vanessa.
Still waiting.
There shouldn't be any doubts. I came through once and I will again.
Then do it and show everyone what a rock star you really are.
Oh, I will. And you better remember who the candidate is, Phyllis.
I am now, damn it. This is the Reggie Bickford I wanted to hear instead of that sniveling, oh, I'm afraid of my wife crap.
Are you playing me?
Whatever it takes, Reggie. Whatever it takes.
Scene 6, Vanessa's office, next day morning. Reggie enters and minds yanking a knife out of his back, staggering as if stabbed. As Reggie collapses into a chair,
Okay. I was going to tell you.
Why? It was far more enjoyable having Phyllis Tyler flip out.
What did she say?
What do you think?
I don't have time for guessing games.
No, you're too busy sabotaging my political career
Oh, go wash yourself, Reggie. It's a school board hearing.
with you as the lawyer.
Keep the voice down.
Why, Vanessa?
It's an interesting case.
What's so interesting about a teacher who's been fired all over the damn city?
He's still entitled to representation.
No,
He's a hearing, and that's right. More than that, I can't discuss.
I'm your husband.
What we say is confidential. What my clients say is also confidential.
They can intersect.
This isn't an isosceles triangle.
You have to drop the case.
What?
You heard me.
I'm pretending I didn't.
This is embarrassing.
That's right. Asking me to drop a case because it complicates your political ambitions is embarrassing.
Those powerful people you're taking on back my candidacy. I look like an idiot who can't control my own wife.
You can't, Dr. Bickford.
I didn't mean it like that. Come on. There has to be a better way to get revenge.
You think that's what I'm doing?
Oh, it's pretty cut and dry. I wouldn't sign on to any lawsuits after Andrew died. This is your way of getting back at Tyler Academy,
This is about Adam Sites.
who you know so well.
That's our job, Reggie. Strangers come into our offices asking for help. I rebuild their lives. You give them pretty smiles.
The man's been fired 4 times. Right, 5. Yet curiously, never asked for a hearing before.
Make his daughter talk to Matt.
Why?
I really don't know.
Because the reasons would come out?
Adam's a teacher, not a murderer.
Everyone has something. Phyllis will throw dirt in all directions, Nessa. I don't want you dirtied,
I'm not worried.
but I am. We're a team. What hurts one hurts the other.
I don't want you hurt either, Reggie.
Then drop the case, and we'll all be happy.
You know I can't do that.
You can, but you won't.
For the last time, this isn't about you.
No. It's about Andrew.
Don't you go there.
You hide behind guilt, suffocating guilt.
I'm warning you, Reggie.
Yours, mine, because we were ashamed of our only child.
Stop.
We turned our backs. It was too much, too exhausting. There was too little to show for the pain.
I never turned my back on my son.
Yes, you did. So did I. It wasn't Tyler's Academy's fault. It was ours. Damn it, Nessa. You got to admit that once and for all.
Don't you ever say I wasn't a good mother. Don't you ever say that again.
Knocks over a lamp.
Now get the hell out of my office. Get the hell out.
Reggie exits. Vanessa slowly picks up the lamp. Scene 7. Adam's living room, couple of days later, evening. Adam enters waving his cell.
Esty! Esty!
Esty enters in sweatpants.
I got a tweet.
Glory be, Grandma Dusty, may we also have electricity? You riddance to racist teacher.
Who'd write that?
At Suck Off. That's a very special Twitter name from Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Why would someone from Wyoming attack me?
Because they can. Daddy, this is just the start.
I'm ready.
No, you're not.
Adam reads the tweets with growing unease.
Some of these are very rude. And kike is spelled with an I, not a Y. Spelling's a lost art.
Let me suspend your Twitter. I can monitor everything from my handles.
I'm not running away. Can you set me up on Facebook and the other one?
You mean Instagram, Grandpa Simpson?
No, the one with the clock.
TikTok?
Yes.
If you post an old dancing Jew video, I'm changing my name. By the way, I spoke to Mom. Don't worry, I didn't tell her anything.
How's she doing?
Do you really care?
About someone who abandoned me with an 8-year-old child? No.
There was a lot of Ricardo insisted on upgrading the fleet. I see sails in my sleep.
What is he, an admiral now?
Just a lot richer. He stole some mines in Botswana. You must come down before we sell this little shack.
You should see your mother.
Why? Is she dying?
The trip would do you good.
Resume every 3 months.
That's not the same.
You know I can't. So this is stupid.
What if you could?
What does it matter?
Would you go to Miami and visit your schmuck mother if you could?
No. Happy?
Esty starts to leave the room.
Oh, what if she weren't a witch? Oh, what if she were a mother who cared? Oh, what if you cared about her? Would you leave?
She is. She never was. I don't. And even if I did.
You couldn't take the chance of me screwing up.
From a drawer, Esty puts on a children's mask cut out for eyes, nose, and mouth. The doorbell rings. Esty lets in Vanessa, who is taken aback by Esty. Adam yanks off Esty's mask and flings it aside.
I'm happy to come back.
No, we're good. Are there some new developments?
I just had a yen for Swedish
Yen.
an urge.
Yeah, I got it. You could go to IKEA.
I think Vanessa has something to say.
So there is something. Go ahead. Something to be said without me. Hence the request for Swedish meatballs in the other room. Come on, why can't I hear?
Because she doesn't want you to.
Because it's bad?
If it was bad, I would tell you.
Then why can't I stay?
Because I said so.
Oh, excuse me, but there's a slight complication to your plans. We finished the Swedish meatballs last night.
Anything will do, Adam.
I require some guidance. How long do you need to talk behind my back? Is it marinating a brisket time or cheese whiz on Ritz crackers?
Something in between. Surprise her.
Grumbling, Adam exits.
And we'll know if you're listening. I hope this is what Daddy's spitting in our food.
Nancy curtsies.
I was puzzled by the tweet about that. That's not Tyler.
It is for teenagers.
Not those kids. I'm not very techy, so my cousin traced the original tweet from that Suncock right back to an account owned by Ann Cash.
I wanted to give Adam a taste of the storm coming.
Is that mask your way of truth telling?
That's none of your damn business.
Anything concerning Adam is now my business.
Well, okay then. Let's go back to Esty Sites at 9 years old. After the divorce, Daddy entertained as a clown at birthday parties between jobs. One sunny afternoon, he picked me up at school, still in his work clothes. All of PS 81 witnessed the birth of Clown Kid. I was so ashamed that I wrote this. The roots of my so-called agoraphobia, so said 5 drinks and counting.
I'm sure Adam.
Of course he did. Daddy's a wonderful person, and I love him dearly. But he's exhausting.
Sometimes it is exhausting. But you can't turn your back on the people you love.
I pay most of the bills and clean up all the socks while shoveling up his latest disaster. How dare you say I'm not there for my father?
Yes, you are. Wearing that every damn second. Yeah.
Shay. Adam enters with coffee and cake. Esty storms into her room.
Esty can be an acquired taste.
I was a parent too.
Was Andrew like Esty?
Not at all. Andrew was very quiet and very sensitive. I find him sobbing over a cartoon. He had a lot of problems. I should have mentioned this before.
It's personal.
Yes and no. Andrew was a big Donald Trump supporter.
Oh, geez.
Like I said, Andrew had a lot of problems. He was obsessed with Trump. Obsessed. I'd asked why, and he said, Trump's not afraid to say what he thinks. I wish I was like him. Maybe then I'd be happy. So we indulged Andrew. He wore his damn MAGA hat everywhere. We couldn't go out to dinner anymore. You wouldn't believe the looks we get. Reggie and I acted as if it was just a phase, an extremely scary phase, but a teenage phase. It wasn't. Andrew never let on that he was bullied at school. Tyler Academy insisted they had no reports of any incidents.
That's weird. They have a pretty strict anti-bullying policy.
I guess they looked away like we did, hoping he'd come to his senses.
Then he drowns.
He didn't drown, Adam. He didn't drown. We came home from a late dinner. A Trump speech filled the room, the whole apartment, as if the SOB was sitting right in the living room. I ran up the stairs yelling at Andrew to turn that crap off. And Andrew had a ceiling fan in his room. And I saw the shadow of the fan in his room. I saw the shadow of the fan in the doorway first, and slowly turning. And Andrew, around, still wearing that damn red cap.
I'm so sorry. Vanessa.
I should have told you. This is a huge conflict.
I have my reasons for pursuing the case. Why shouldn't you?
Because I'm your lawyer, Adam.
As my lawyer, has this ever influenced you to do something unethical or
Absolutely not.
then who cares? You're a parent first, Vanessa. You always will.
You, Adam. Thank you. There's one more thing. My husband, who's a Democratic Socialist, is running for Congress. Phyllis Tyler and most of the school board support.
Well, they ain't getting my vote.
Perhaps not mine either. I better head back to the office. Thanks for your understanding. Goodbye, Esty.
Loud rock music in response. Then silence. Vanessa turns to leave. Upstage, last shadows of Bricklands downstage. Adam and Vanessa are horrified. Esty enters undone. Adam picks up the brick, turning it over.
What's it say?
Adam doesn't answer.
What's it say?
Adam finally hands over the brick. Esty winds up to hurl the brick into the audience. Adam grabs her around the waist, but can't calm Esty down. The brief flashes of time. Scene 8. Adam's living room an hour later. Vanessa says goodbye to an unseen police officer.
Thank you, officer. And I'm sorry.
Vanessa turns to Esty, who's cradling the brick.
That wasn't.
It's my brick now.
Without the evidence, it would be harder to press charges.
You think the cops care?
It's a hate crime, Esty.
But not the hate people care about.
Which is?
The hate that fits the proper political narrative.
I don't buy that.
Did any of those reporters call you back? What if the brick has that dirty nigger bastard?
The media would be lined up around the block.
And your super would have already fixed the window.
Circling with her cell like a fashion photographer.
Smile, dirty Jew bastard. Oh, Mr. Will. Where'd you go? Easy about. Good. Now give some shoulder, lift the chin.
Esty tweets the picture over herself.
You see that?
Got an objection, counselor?
Fire away.
Listen, we'll be a little late with the next payment.
It's okay.
No, it's not. We always pay our bills. Eventually. I've lost some advertisers. Like, all of them. The New York Slimes article didn't help. It's everywhere. Everyone picked it up.
It was Tyler denied leaking the story.
Who else would have done it? They made Adam into a racist. Daddy says plenty of stupid things, but never anything bigoted,
All anonymous folks.
which they happily printed. Back when appearances didn't rule the world, Daddy invited his students to our place, and it looked like the UN. They'd sing, he'd tell jokes, make them eat, of course.
What about you?
I wasn't invited. Dad insisted it was just for his kids, but he was afraid I'd say something wrong. Please don't tell Adam about my advertisers. I'm his only success. And look,
A child who risks their business for their father isn't so bad.
Esty's cell pings.
what? Twitter just suspended my account.
Why?
This is Twitter. They don't need a real reason.
The hashtag dirty Jew bastard probably didn't help.
Sorry, you're just a tool.
And please stop talking to that brick. I'll tweet out the photo.
You'll be trolled.
I've lost a couple of clients myself lately. Yes, that Times article was picked up everywhere.
Takes briefcase.
Sure you'll be okay.
Esty has a vulnerable moment.
Esty?
I'm fine. Go.
Vanessa exits.
Might as well lose my Instagram and Facebook accounts too.
Esty's on her cell as Adam enters.
Good news, Mr. Petrov will board up the window tonight.
Grandma Gussie strikes again. Can I get your class list with the addresses?
Why?
I'm updating our holiday cards.
I don't believe you.
Good, because I'm obviously lying. Don't make me hack into your laptop.
You can do that?
God, how old are you? I want to find out who's trashing you in the press.
They're not my students. Their parents are behind these stories.
Yeah, because teenagers always do what mommy and daddy say.
Honey, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but I don't want you.
I just want your kids to tell the truth. Honesty, ethics, the Adam Seitz coat of arms.
That's right.
Look where it's gotten you.
What would you say?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a great plan.
I need to see the list so I can figure out who I know.
They're much younger than you.
Maybe I knew their sisters.
How will you contact them?
By the usual digital unreality.
What if they want to meet?
So,
The last time.
I just changed my meds. The saleswoman was a jerk. Who wouldn't throw a shoe?
Sweetie, it's been 2 years since you even brought garbage down to the basement.
Oh, is that the problem? My shirking of household duties?
Esty storms into the kitchen and returns swinging the garbage bag.
Out of my way. Move, move.
Esty stops a few feet from the front door, unable to move. Finally, Esty slumps onto the garbage bag. Adam kneels and takes her hand. Embarrassed, Esty shuffles into the bedroom, dragging the bag along with her. Scene 9. Site's living room, next day, afternoon. Reggie looks around, sipping from a coffee mug.
Strong.
Too much for you.
No,
Need more sugar? Cream?
I've had stronger coffee. I heard that you had some trouble the other day.
Vanessa told you.
No, it was on the news.
Where?
I don't remember.
Because the press ignored us. We also got tossed from social media.
I heard as we hear things we care about and things we don't.
In which category does a brick through my window fall?
The category where I care about my wife. I saw Vanessa. Can we pack the garbage now? I'm here to help you.
As Adam stares skeptically,
Yeah, okay. If you settle with the school, forgo the hearing, and sign the NDA, I'll sweeten the pot.
Really now?
Yes, indeed.
Well, let me understand, because sometimes I'm slow. I can keep all the money from my contract.
And a chunk more. How does 50 grand sound? You can fix up the place. Sure could use it.
Maybe put up curtains around my brand new window.
Whatever you want, Adam.
Yeah, as long as I keep my mouth shut.
I've had the papers drawn up.
Oh, that's very thoughtful. Should I ask Vanessa to review it?
Let's keep this between us.
Got it. And why are you being so generous, Dr. Bickford?
Because Vanessa's a soft touch for a sad story. A brilliant attorney, third in her class at Columbia, and she's wasting her career.
On sad stories like mine.
That's right, Adam. I'm not a soft touch.
Not if you want to be a congressman.
It's called ambition. Ever hear of it?
I even had some. Then life got in the way.
The trick is not letting that happen.
Oh, that's sharp. Should I be writing these down?
Wouldn't do you any good. Now, my offer is valid for 24 hours. Right?
Or else you'll leak more stories.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Phyllis Tyler's a blowhard, but she farts by committee. But a hungry politician who feeds reporters stories earns favors down the road. Isn't that how the game works?
For those who know how to play it.
I can see Vanessa was the soft touch with Andrew, not you.
Don't you put his name in your mouth.
That had to be difficult. You, an ambitious democratic socialist with an emotionally troubled Donald-loving son.
I'm counting to 3.
Almost embarrassing, right? How many times did you wish that he was a different child?
Reggie steps forward.
Or when no one heard your thoughts, wishing he'd disappear.
Reggie grabs Adam's shirt.
2.
Not because you didn't love him, because you loved him too much. So damn much.
Reggie freezes.
But you had no idea how to make him better. Sometimes we don't. We just don't know what to do. And the helplessness, the frustration, the self-loathing and failing your child hurts like hell, doesn't it, Reggie?
Adam touches Reggie's chest.
Here
Touches his own chest.
and here.
Reggie's hands fall away.
3. This is my grandma Gussie's apartment. Thanks anyway, but I'll keep things the way they are.
Reggie exits as if wounded. Adam slumps on the couch, drained. Esty enters with a knowing stare. Eavesdropping, Esty realized Adam has been talking about her. A moment. Esty heads to the front door.
Where are you going?
Out.
What?
O-U-F-T.
Esty pauses by the door. Brave breaths. Esty exits into her room and returns slinging the garbage bag, muttering like Popeye. Esty exits as if dragons are waiting in the hallway. Scene 10. Site's living room that night. Nadia Ruiz, a shy, smart Latina teen, shoots Esty another impatient look. Esty swigs from a bottle of wine. Adam enters in a clown costume. Esty making the best of it.
Daddy, you remember Nadia Ruiz?
How could I forget one of my best students?
Nadia recoils as Adam extends a white gloved hand.
Oh, Tianlin turned 5 today.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Adam spritzes the seltzer bottle too hard and sprays Nadia.
Oh, sorry.
Adam gives his clown wig to Nadia, who's a little undone.
It's only seltzer, kid.
I'm scared of clowns.
But it's still me. Ta-da!
Dump the floppy shoes
Adam kicks off the shoes.
and the shirt and pants. Oh, please, Grandma Gussie, let him have underwear.
Adam takes off the red clown cape and undresses down to a t-shirt and sweatpants. Esty douses a napkin with wine and wipes Adam's makeup away.
Anything else?
Nadia shrugs, waving off Esty's offer of a swig.
So, Nadia, what brings you all the way from Queens?
She has something to say. No, definitely.
Maybe.
Honey, did Esty force you to come?
No one forced me to do anything, Adam. You're on my own free will. Can I please have a glass of water?
No, talk, kid.
God's sakes, Esty.
A moment to compose as Nadia drains the bottle.
Okay. I enjoyed most of your class, Adam.
Why only most?
The class wasn't balanced. I didn't like the anti-Semitism.
I know, there were some students who
Not the students, you.
Excuse me?
You always criticize the Israelis, sometimes mockingly, sometimes very nastily. Very.
That's just my self-deprecating
But you
humor.
never did that to the Palestinians.
No, I guess I didn't.
Why not?
I had to be careful. Someone might have complained.
About being prejudiced.
Right.
What about the complaints over insulting the Jews?
There were none. You're the first, Nadia.
Esty stops the shaking Nadia from leaving.
3 subways, 2 buses, 1 police action. Talk.
Adam guides Nadia away from Esty, who sways mine.
If this bothered you so much, why didn't you ever say anything?
In class?
Or privately? Are you Jewish, Nadia?
No, Hispanic. So everyone speaks freely about me.
And what do they say?
How some Jews are treated.
Like?
Bullied? Swastikas on lockers? Defaced stars of,
David.
Some Jews even get purposely lower grades.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
There's a process, Nadia. Students can appeal. all
Not
the-
if they're afraid of reprisals. Don't you believe me?
Yes, we do.
You said some Jews were mistreated, but not all?
Only the Zionists. The others are fine as long as they agree.
With who?
The rest, like the ones who laughed at your self-deprecating jokes.
But now you want to speak up.
No.
What? You promised.
I said I'd tell Adam, that's all.
What are you afraid of, Nadia?
Nothing. My scholarship.
How did that happen?
I lied on the admissions application. My father's white. We were told I'd have a better chance if both my parents were Latino. I used my mom's maiden name.
You're an honor student. Your paintings are all over the school. They wouldn't take away your
What if
stuff.
they did? What if they did? My mother's a nurse. My father's a truck driver. We can't afford the tuition. I'd have to go to public high school. Do you know what that's like? They're horrible. Horrible.
We wouldn't ask you to risk that, would we, Esty?
I shouldn't have come. I thought this would be easier.
But you still came. 3 subways, 2 buses.
One police action. I enjoyed your class, Adam. A lot of us do. I wanted you to know that.
Even though I pissed you off.
My mother said that's what good teachers
No, Nadia. That's what good teachers used to be able to do.
Nadia exits. Vanessa enters from Esty's room. Off Adam's surprise,
Esty wanted me to hear without speaking, Nadia.
What'd you think?
Well, the bullying wasn't a surprise to me. Was it to you, Adam?
Adam struggles.
Daddy?
Last year,
Last year?
Let him talk, Esty.
a couple of Jewish kids came to my office pretty shaken up. They've been called Nazis.
Why they talk to you?
I guess they felt I was one of them.
The teacher who mocks Israelis.
Yeah, maybe the kids understood why I did that, or maybe there was no one else.
What'd you say?
Is this prep for tomorrow's hearing?
No, it's me.
Me too.
I told them to let it go.
Why?
Why? Why? Because nothing would have been done.
At least we report.
The kids would have gotten into trouble.
Fair enough, but you still could have gone to Phyllis. But you did.
God, Daddy, God, you knew all along I dragged poor Nadia all the way
I've
from
heard stories. This happens so much
making it
now. No, just not
okay,
surprised.
which is another way of making it okay.
I never realized it was so widespread at Tyler.
So what? So what? Even one wrong is wrong. Isn't that what you always taught me? How many times was I suspended from school because I stood up for someone? But you never scolded me. Never. Just good work, Esty. One wrong is one wrong.
We needed the money.
Stop, Daddy. Just stop.
I was afraid, okay? I didn't want to get into trouble either. After all these years, I thought I finally found a home. I'm sorry, Esther.
It's all right. What's the point of loving someone if they can't disappoint you?
Into the silence.
Give me the class list.
Why? Nadia won't testify.
There's other kids.
Who already told me to screw off.
But as an attorney, I can say another student came forward anonymously. Sometimes that leverage works.
Not bad for a friend of Matt Damon. Look, I tag along, but going out twice in a day.
I understand. Thanks for getting Nadia. But Adam, if you're done with your big party,
The determined Adam suddenly puts on the red clown cape.
what on earth are you doing?
Look, up in the sky. It's a bird.
As Adam storms out,
It's a plane. It's Super Dude.
scene 11, Phyllis Tyler's office an hour later. Adam bursts in, interrupting Phyllis's lunch.
Well, if it isn't my favorite soon-to-be former teacher. Nice cake.
Thanks.
Are you wearing purple eyeshadow?
Yeah, you got a problem with that?
Oh, no, it's very becoming.
Don't worry. This'll be quick.
Ooh.
I'd like to withdraw my appeal.
Finally.
Wait. In exchange for
And my sandwich is getting cold.
a public apology. How about a public investigation into the bullying of Jewish students at Tyler Academy?
Delightful. Simply delightful. You know, I'll miss that peasant righteousness. Before I throw you out, I must ask why I do such a thing.
Because I have proof.
Goodness gracious. Like the proof we discriminated against you?
No, I have a witness,
Oh, who?
a student.
Who?
I'm not telling you.
Because you haven't anyone.
Are you sure?
Quite.
You better hope so, because your teachers won't lie to save your butt.
About non-existent bullying?
Giving lower grades to punish students for their political beliefs.
You're fishing.
Am I? What about swastikas on lockers, defacing the Star of David?
Pranks.
Oh, right, pranks. Did you report that to the police?
Why would I?
Does the phrase hate crime ring a bell?
They weren't Tyler students. Security found outsiders were responsible.
Those damn Brooklyn neo-Nazis.
Well, seems so.
What about surveillance cameras?
I have to answer to you.
You'll have to answer to someone, Phyllis.
Gladly. I do what's best for my students.
Not everyone.
We protect the helpless against bullying, not the guilty.
Come again?
You heard me correctly.
So the Zionists are guilty.
The last gasp of a dying culture whose time has come and gone.
Very nice, Ms. Teitelbaum and the Trump supporters.
Is that even a debate?
It was for Andrew Bigford.
Oh, yes. Poor Andrew. Well, he deserved to be bullied.
No one deserves to be bullied, Phyllis.
When they threaten others, they do.
Did Andrew harass other kids?
Well, not physically.
Then how?
With his sordid views.
Oh, got it. Attacks on Zionists the conservatives are justified.
Let's just say they're understanding.
But bullying a democratic socialist would be wrong.
Correct.
Or a transgender.
What do you have, a checklist?
No, but you obviously do.
That's my job. To rescue children, Adam. To protect them from clueless parents, addictive cell phones, and yes, well-meaning clowns like you.
Who believe in freedom of speech.
A freedom which protects freedom of hate. Look at America. Is it working anymore? You're a teacher, Adam. You know these children aren't as bright as we were, nor as morally strong. They must be shielded from the confusing marketplace of ideas.
You mean like making up your own mind?
You know, the horse and buggy of democracy.
So you save kids from the dangers of thinking by only allowing what's safest to think. You good, me bad, we done.
That's right. But while the rest of the country worries about the price of chicken wings, schools like Tyler Academy enable the gifted to assume their rightful positions of leadership.
The pipeline to the Hamptons.
Well, I see it more as a Noah's Ark. Adam, someone must lead.
No, Phyllis. Someone must rule.
And someone must follow. The timeless story of humanity.
Even the 15-year-olds hang themselves along the way.
Adam's about to exit, but suddenly spins around and spritzes Phyllis with seltzer, leaving Phyllis sputtering. Scene 12, Vanessa's office, late that night. As Vanessa turns on the light, she's startled by Reggie in a chair.
Good evening.
Jesus Christ, Reggie. It's after midnight.
Probably. Where you been?
You're drunk.
No, but I sure tried. So,
What?
where have you been? Or is that a secret confidential?
Go home, Reg. Please.
Home. Yes. Remember that place?
I've been busy.
Or is it them?
I have tons of work to do. I don't have time for this.
Couldn't you have done that at Grandma Gussie's desk?
Have you been to Adam's apartment?
As if he didn't tell you.
He wouldn't. What did you do?
It's confidential.
What the hell did you do, Reggie?
Charm, reason, bribery. Don't worry. Nothing worked. Adam's quite the ethical man. I can see why you're attracted to him.
It's not like that.
I didn't mean like that.
Oh, like that. Yes. Adam would try bribing his wife's client.
Oh, there's lower than that.
Such as?
As Reggie struggles,
Just tell me.
When I finally threatened Phyllis with a lawsuit. That's right, Nessa. I did threaten. She admitted that they overlooked some bullying episodes.
You lied.
A lawsuit might have been messy.
That wasn't up to you to decide, Reggie.
Yes, it was, damn it, because you wouldn't settle. My grandfather said that when you roll around in the mud with the pig, the pig's
So the pigs found a way out.
silence in exchange for political support from Tyler's Academy.
as Vanessa just stares.
That's it. That's all you have to say.
Would you prefer screaming, horror, rage?
At least disgust,
Don't
contempt.
don't worry, Reggie. You got that, Reggie. You got that.
I didn't do it for me, Nessa.
For God's sake, don't insult my intelligence.
It was for Andrew.
Have you no shame?
I thought by becoming a congressman, helping people, I could do something positive so that our son didn't die for nothing.
Nothing. Andrew gave us 15 years of life, Reggie. There was a lot of good. That's what I want to remember. That's what I need to remember, Reggie. Not that damn band. The good. Like the little boy pedaling like mad on his first bicycle. That red bicycle.
Racing so far ahead, we had to run to catch up,
Falling off.
crying.
And you buying us chocolate ice cream cones
Double scoops.
with sprinkles, lots of rainbow sprinkles.
You are a good mother.
No. And you were a good father too, Reggie.
No.
Yes, you were. You just have to find the memories through the pain. Find something that doesn't hurt and hug it tightly. Real tightly, Reggie. And don't ever let it go.
Reggie cries softly. Scene 13, Phyllis's office, next morning. Glancing at her watch, the smirking Phyllis stares at Adam.
Give it another few minutes.
Sorry. Traffic's a beast.
Now that we're all here and cozy, may we begin? Welcome and good morning, Vanessa. Always a delight to see you. Your client mentioned you might have a last-minute statement from a concerned party.
Adam looks at Vanessa, who shakes her head.
Shocking.
Reggie enters to everyone's surprise.
Well, Dr. Bickford, what a pleasant surprise. Reggie, do you know Adam Sykes? Well, now you do. All right then, everything today is rather cut and dry. Vanessa's quite passionate brief failed to show any factual prejudice toward Mr. Sykes based on his religion or politics, other than his competence.
There is widespread discrimination at Tyler Academy.
And your evidence is?
The students were afraid to testify.
So convenient.
What about
Bullying,
bullying?
Alleged bullying.
but not all the Jews.
The political one.
Yes,
What happened to the kid?
kids. I spoke to 8 kids, Reggie,
Who are not here.
because they were afraid.
Was anyone hurt?
No, since this never happened.
Because they covered it up, Reggie. They covered it up.
Did they now?
You can't just make wild charges. And
Shut up, Phyllis. Do you believe their stories, Nessa?
Yes, I do.
All right. I see where this is going and I'm cutting it off right now. You cannot reference Andrew's experience. You both signed a non-disclosure agreement. Anything you say would be inadmissible.
That true, Nessa?
Yes.
So says your lawyer. Now, if we can just.
Does that bar me from talking about a side deal I made with Phyllis?
Did you sign anything?
No. It was a gentleman's agreement.
Reggie sits beside Vanessa and defiantly folds his arms.
Okay. What is this? Don't be a fool, Reggie. It is your word against mine.
So what? In a society where everyone must be right and everyone must be wrong, truth is what we want to believe.
And you want everyone to believe the only reason we supported your campaign was to cover up some schoolyard bullying?
And do you want everyone to think that was the only reason you supported an African American candidate.
Oh, please. You're really playing that card.
Yes, for the first time in my life, just for you.
Go ahead. Your career's dead.
Probably. But so is yours.
Oh, like hell. This is my family's school.
You tell that to your board, your donors, parents, teachers, especially after I call the New York Times reporter. Oh, he's gonna love this story.
Vanessa slides a yellow legal pad across the desk.
Start writing, Phyllis.
Scene 14, Sykes' living room an hour later. Adam and Vanessa clink champagne glasses.
Diet Coke never tasted so good.
I wasn't prepared to celebrate. Do I have a Xanax if you want? Were you surprised about Reggie's deal with Tyler?
I always suspected, but I've been good at looking away.
Shit, aren't we all? So now what?
Phyllis resigns and Tyler Academy will conduct an investigation.
No, I meant with you and Reggie.
Oh, I don't know, Adam. I don't see how we could ever get past that kind of betrayal.
But Reggie saved the day.
That was for him, not us. And in his own way for Andrew.
Still, you've been married 22 years.
That's a long time to throw away. But I don't want to dance on broken glass either.
Maybe I'm not the right person to ask questions.
Adam takes Vanessa's hand. Their touch lingers. Vanessa steps back.
So, I have a joke for you.
Joke.
It's 1935, and two German Jews, Moishe and Mendel, have had it with Hitler. Enough already. They buy guns and hide where Hitler's motorcade passes every day at 10 a.m. They wait. 10 a.m., nothing. 11 a.m., butt kiss. By noon, with no Hitler in sight, Mendel turns to Moishe and says, Oy vey, I hope nothing happened to her. Not bad, huh?
Terrible. That's the worst Jewish accent I have heard.
Okay, it needs a little work.
But there is potential. Listen, Jerry Seinfeld will be at the Beacon Theater next month. Maybe you and I could go.
See?
No, not a date.
Because I'm married.
Which would be inappropriate.
Yes, it would.
This is for research.
Oh, research. To work on my comic timing.
Exactly. I'll get the tickets.
We go Dutch.
Absolutely.
Because I'm.
Yes. Let me know what days work. You can't go Thursdays because of your support group, right?
I can miss a week.
Then maybe a drink after.
Not a drink.
Coffee.
Dessert's also fine.
Dutch.
I'll let you pay for that. Goodbye, Essie.
Bye.
Exits. Adam has a bounce in his head.
Very smooth, Mr. Sykes. Very smooth. You about swept that poor woman right out of her Jimmy Choos. Oh God, how old are you?
Today, about 25.
Esty starts putting on her coat.
And where are you going?
Simpson,
Fancy schmancy.
I'm celebrating. Most of my advertisers came back.
How'd that happen?
I told them what happened at the hearing.
As Adam gets emotional.
Don't.
I'm not.
I'm just rebuilding my business. I'm also way behind on bills.
I'm getting damages from
Tyler,
Tyler.
will pay some of the bills. I need a new coat. Look how ratty this thing is.
And you're proud of me, aren't you, Esty?
We got a great lawyer.
Yes, we did.
Reggie came through.
Big time.
I'm sure your students will testify now.
And you're proud of me.
I was always proud of you. The mask wasn't for you, Daddy. It was for me. Of course, now you have to hug me.
If you don't mind.
Esty grudgingly opens her arms. Adam hugs her. Fighting tears, Esty buries her head in Adam's chest before pulling away.
I should go. I have a reservation at 6.
Where you going? Who you meeting?
No one. What? People eat alone. I have Apple Arcade on my phone.
Listen, I've never been to Simpsons. I hear they have great steaks.
You want to come?
Yeah, it's okay. There's leftover pigs in the blanket.
Just put on your floppy shoes and let's go.
As they exit,
I'm in the mood to drink.
Me too.
It's 2:45. There's no one in the place except Esty and me. So set 'em up, Joe. I've got a little story you ought to know. Make it one for baby and one more for the road.
lights.
Wow. Wow. Especially since I have the longest running list in New York City against the Board of Education.
You need Vanessa.
Yes.
Vanessa. Now, by the way, people, this is something you got more than once. We have it up on all of our pages, and we invite you to tag people to watch it. Again, everybody, a big round of applause. Gary, get out here, Gary. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just so honored to have everybody here. We're gonna stay here a little bit longer. If you haven't signed in, if you haven't voted, Alex, just gonna get Nancy, Jackie can help you with here. I can help you. The stories like these are the reason why DOA is more important than ever before. The Center for Law for Justice, Government Relations, ZOA Israel, and ZOA Campus. This is Alan. He will help you sign up, vote for 2 minutes. I just want to tell everybody, Wednesday night, quickly, we have an incredible Zoom with somebody who is part of the Knesset and somebody who has endorsed ZOA. And I am teaching the Zionist challah. And for all of you healthy people, I am teaching you how to use a natural blue dye to make a tie-dyed, very unique Israeli challah that really nobody else has shown. I want to show you what came out as part of my Tulsa challah. And we're going to use products that are made in Israel because we are proud Zionists. Please join us Wednesday night. We're going to send out all the information. May 18th, walk with us. Bring all of your friends. Get a great ZOA t-shirt. Anything else?
Anyone who hasn't yet voted, we have the way to vote before you leave. You can either scan with your phone and vote on your phone, or you can fill out a paper ballot, and we'll stay around for a while if you need help voting. Slate 15, the ZOA Coalition, please.
I have people watching via Zoom and social media. It's Slate 15, www.zoacoalition.org, or call the ZOA offices, or go on the ZOA page and get all the information. Again, Alan will help you. We'll be here for a few minutes. Please meet and mingle. And remember, our home here is your home. We're going to have a lot of things. ZOA is more than a vote, it is a lifestyle. One more time, a round of applause for our great Okay, we have a few
Stand out your phones.
Gary, yeah. Shelley, give